Asking questions. Okay. How do you ask a question in Italian? When asking questions, word order does not need to change like it does in English. Okay, you've already seen a few examples of this in the previous slides. You can simply make a statement and raise your voice at the end, or else begin with a question word. See below. Okay, so we have an example here. If you're making a statement, you are hungry, you can say, hai fame, or you could say tu hai fame, but like I said before, you don't need to include the tu because it's already implied with the verb because it's been conjugated in the second person singular. Okay, so I put these in parentheses just so you know that you can say it if you want to emphasize the tu, but you don't need it in this case. Okay, so literally this means you have hunger. Hai fame. Are you hungry? Okay, so if you want to make it into a question, you can leave it the same. You can say hai fame, you have hunger. Okay, so it's super, super common to do this in Italian. And it's way easier because you don't have to switch anything around. Okay, so just remember you're basically making a statement and then you just raise your voice at the end of the question to let people know that you're asking instead of telling. Okay, what are the main interrogatives or question words in Italian? Okay, so in English, some of our main question words are what, who, where, when, why, how, which, and how much. Okay, so what, you can either say che or che cosa. They're pretty much the same. Okay, so literally this means what or what thing. So depending on what you're asking, you can either say che or che cosa. Who is chi. Okay, remember, it's a hard it's a hard C sound because you have the H in there. So if the H wasn't in there, you would say chi. But because you have the H, remember it makes the C into a hard sound. So chi and che cosa. Okay, where, dove, dove, when, quando, why, perché. Perché also means because. Okay, so perché can mean why or because. How, come, and this can also mean as. So come can mean as or how, depending on context. Okay, which, you can say quale or quali. Okay, and how much? Quanto, if you want to say like quanto costa, how much does it cost? Quanto costa. Okay, let's go on. How do you order the words in a question? So it's not necessary, but very common to put the subject at the end of the sentence when asking a question. All of the following examples are correct. For example 1, okay, we have, are you hungry? You can say tu, again, you don't need the tu, but you can say tu hai fame, tu hai fame. You could say hai fame, okay, again, taking out the tu, hai fame. Or you can say hai fame tu, hai fame tu. Okay, these are all correct. How are you? Tu come stai? Come stai? And come stai tu? Okay, again, just the subject. You can leave it at the beginning, you can take it out, or you can put it at the end. Where is Stella going? Stella dove va? Stella dove va? Okay, if you're asking about Stella, Stella dove va? Where is Stella going? Dove va? Okay, now you would only not use Stella if you already know that you're talking about Stella. Okay, so you can, of course, you can take it out, but you would leave it in if you don't know that you're talking about Stella. If there's a group of people and you're just asking, where is she going? You might not know that you're talking about Stella. So in that case, I would leave it in. Okay, or you can say, dove va Stella? Dove va Stella? So you could put it at the beginning, leave it out, or put it at the end. So it's pretty easy, right? I mean, asking questions in Italian, it's not as difficult as in English, in my opinion. And of course, you can always just raise your voice at the end, and it's as simple as that.